David Unaipon, also known as the Australian Leonardo da Vinci, and according to the Weekly Times, one of nature's geniuses, is well known for his inventive mind and recognized for the path that brought him there. Unaipon was born at the Point McClay mission on September 28, 1872, and died February 7, 1967 at the Talem Bend Hospital.
Unaipon's academic interests led him to improve his personal public speaking skills, which later sparked his innovations regarding the concept of perpetual motion. After putting in a bit of time and effort focusing on machinery designs, the start to his inventions began by 1909. During this time, Unaipon came up with the idea of sheep shearing comb. This was created to benefit farmers that would cut sheep wool by hand. Although he placed a provisional patent on the hinge modification, he never profited from his creation, and eventually his patent lapsed. But his invention improved Australia's technology in shearing, which is now one of the nation's most important businesses.
He also created ideas on inventions regarding centrifugal motors, mechanical propulsion devices, and multi-radial wheels. However, these patents lapsed as well, and later on, people stole his ideas and built on them. As early as 1914, Unaipon began to conceptualize the helicopter based off of the same principle of the boomerang. Unaipon's invention of the helicopter was highlighted in the Daily Herald, as it briefly explains the science behind it all. An airplane can be manufactured that will rise straight into the air from the ground by application of the boomerang principle. The boomerang is shaped to rise in the air according to the velocity with which it is propelled, and so can an aeroplane.
We're the first people to discover aerodynamics, right here. Been discovered thousands and thousands of years ago, right here. Okay, that's where they came up with the idea, a wing of a plane. Okay, now they just modified it. The wing of a plane came from this invention right here. All right, you're sitting in the middle. Engines on, like motors on the side, cutting through the air, aerodynamics.
Some newspapers, like the Adelaide Register, noted how Unaipon was often encouraged to demonstrate his highly impressive boomerang skills. In 1910, the Adelaide Advertiser described his idea in an article titled An Indigenous Aboriginal. And for 5 years to come, his sheep shearing innovations, his helicopter design, and his fascination in the theoretical field involving a laser light were all over the newspapers.
A rumor circulated questioning if Unaipon was white, would he have been more well-known, successful, or supported? In 1931, an Adelaide Advertiser column wrote, "It was surprising the number of readers who stopped me yesterday and asked me if I could vouch that David Unaipon was a full-blooded black. They are simply amazed at the depth of thought and the facility of expression of the man. The newspaper implies that only white blood could circulate around an intelligent person, and Unaipon was then referred to in the Sydney Morning Herald as an exception."
He later received posthumous acknowledgments for his Minecraft through his appearance on the Australian $50 bill, his accomplishment being the first Indigenous person to get published, and now a David Unaipon Award for Indigenous Literature occurs annually. Unaipon earned a good reputation for himself and was a great role model for the Indigenous people. He maintains a current status being the only Indigenous Australian to appear on an Australian banknote. His ideas inspired more innovation after his death, but overall, Unaipon was an extremely innovative individual regardless of his background.